I think sometimes, however, what they expect us to do and the speed in which they expect us to do it kind of gets a little off balance. And so, from my perspective, it's very, very important for us to work with them so that everything aligns. The client's needs, what the advisor is supposed to do, as well as what the firms are supposed to do.
Hello, this is Chris Latham, Deputy Managing Editor at Wealth Solutions Report. I'm here live at FSI OneVoice. With me now is Alex David, President and CEO of Stifel Independent Advisors. Alex, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for having me.
What is Stifel's involvement with FSI OneVoice, and how does that involvement align with the firm's larger strategy?
So Stifel Independent Advisors, we've been members of FSI. Actually, I guess about 2 years or so now. I'm a board member, but I've always supported all the initiatives that FSI has aboard, specifically because they really support the independent advisor in terms of industry regulations and items that are going on in Congress and DC. And so it's very, very important that we, on behalf of our constituents, our advisors, as well as the firm itself, we support FSI.
Thank you. Now, yourself personally, are there any panels or topics that are of particular interest to yourself, and if so, what are they?
So there was one particular panel that I happened to moderate, so I'm a little biased.
Tell us.
But it was the one on looking at the employee channel and how it could be a complement to the independent contractor channel. And many advisors and many firms are really struggling with, do we have multiple channels in the face of, a kind of like a heated regulatory environment? And it was very, very interesting.
Thank you. Well, speaking of the regulatory environment, what's your view of what firms are dealing with right now in that capacity?
Well, I think that our regulators, they have the best interests, and I know I'm using that purposely, they do have the best interests of clients at heart. I also believe that they have our best interests, the firms and advisors. They have our best interests at heart as well. I think sometimes, however, what they expect us to do and the speed in which they expect us to do it kind of gets a little off balance. And so, from my perspective, it's very, very important for us to work with them so that everything aligns. The client's needs, what the advisor is supposed to do, as well as what the firms are supposed to do. If we get all that aligned, then we're off to the races.
Alex, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.